Jaya Jaya Prabhupada.
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada.
Jai Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev.
Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev.
Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol.
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.
नाम संकीर्तन की जय, श्री प्रभुपाद की जय, गुरु महाराज की जय, ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय,
जय
प्रभु प्रभु की जय, हरे
कृष्ण प्रभु की जय. All glories to assembled devotees.
Shivana Krishnadas Prabhuji ki.
Jai Shri Kumar Prabhu ji ki jai.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Point?
Thank you, Prabhuji. Sorry, Prabhuji.
Share the screen, Prabhu. Sri Kumar Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
You want to share the screen?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Thank you all devotees for joining our special Nityam Bhagavata Seva Daily Srimad Bhagavatam reading morning session in English. Hare Krishna. So, Prabhuji, I was a little busy, Prabhuji, so I didn't. Sorry for 5 minutes late. Thank you, Prabhuji.
So, looking for you.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhuji, very much. So, we will welcome Shivana Prabhuji to our reading session by taking shelter of holy name 3 times.
We welcome all the devotees.
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Rama, Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Rama, Rama.
Hare Krishna. Okay, so we will have Mangalacharan. Okay, Hare Krishna. So, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Shaiva Narotamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jamadure. Nashtaprayeshu Badreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Ruttama Shloke Bhaktar Bhavati Nashtaki. Mukam Karodi Vachalam Bangum Langayade Girim Yat Kirbadamaham Mande Paramanandamadavam Sri Gurum Dinadarinam Sri Chaitanyamesharam. Om Jnanvidandasya Jnananjana Shalakya Chashurun Milidam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanyamanovistam Sthavidam Yena Bhudale Swayam Ruvagadamahyam Dadanti Supadantigam. Vandeham Sri Gurum Sri Udavadagamelam Sri Gurum Vaishnavamsha Sri Rupam Sagarajadam Sahanadikunadanyudam Nam Sajivam Sadvidam Savadudam Varjanasagitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahanadilada Sri Vishakhanidamsha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagalpati Gopesha Gopiga Kanda Radha Kanda Namastude Taptakanjana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavani Shri Vishabhanasude Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Panchakalpataribhya Chakrupa Sindhubhya Vajapatitanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhudale Simate Bhakti Swaminidhi Namine Namaste Saraswati Deva Gauravani Prajarine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pachatya Deshatharine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Namaste Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhudale Sevate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namaste Saraswati Namaste Hare Krishna, welcome once more all devotees for our Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Hare Krishna. So, yesterday, Thursday, we have completed up to verse number 2. Introduction plus 2 verse we have taken. So, today we will start with verse number 3 onwards, right?
Prabhuji, sound is less. For me, I don't know. The sound is
Yeah.
less.
Sound is less.
Less, Prabhuji?
Yeah, now okay, now. No.
Okay. Let me keep it more closer.
The
Hare
mic
Krishna.
maybe far. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay, Prabhuji, now? Hare Krishna.
Now okay.
Yeah, okay, Prabhuji. So, now visible screen, right, Prabhuji?
Yes.
Okay. Hare Krishna. So, today, to start with the verse number 3. Shall I start, Prabhuji?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes.
Okay. The first one also, translation only, anyway. Okay, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So, verse number 3. Drupadat Draupadi Tasya Drishtadhyumnadayah Sudam Drishtadhyumnad Drishtakedurбharmyah Panchalaga ime. Translation, purport by His Divine Grace Abhayacharana Arvind Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Translation. From Maharaja Drupada, Draupadi was born. Maharaja Drupada also had many sons headed by Drishtadyumna. From Drishtadyumna came a son named Drishtaketu. All these personalities are known as descendants of Brahmyashava, or as the dynasty of Panchala. Translation once more. From Maharaja Drupada, Draupadi was born. Maharaja Drupada also had many sons headed by Drishtadyumna. From Drishtadyumna came a son named Drishtaketu. All these personalities are known as descendants of Brahmyashva, or as the dynasty of Panchala.
Hare Krishna. My humble obeisance to all assembled Vaishnavas and Rishis. Prabhuji, there is no purport, so we'll go up to the verse number 14, I think. So here we can see this dynasty of Panchala is there. So that's why Draupadi also called as Panchali, right? In Tamil we say. What about in Malayalam? I don't know. Panchali, like that.
Panchali.
Because the dynasty of Panchala. So
Okay.
that name is also there for.
Okay, I will read one more. Then somebody
Yeah,
else.
then all can take turns. We can go up to verse number 14 because it's only dynasty lineage is given.
Yeah.
No much explanation. We'll go up to the verse number 14. Hare Krishna.
Okay.
Read Prabhu one more.
You want to read, Prabhuji?
Yeah, Prabhuji, read one more.
Yeah, okay. I will read this one also. Then next one, Prabhuji can. Okay, verse number 4 and 5. Yo Ajamidha Suto Hanya Risha Samvaranastataha Tapatyam Suryakanyayam Kurukshetrapadi Kuruhu Parikshi Sudhanu Jhanur Nishadachah Kuro Sudaha Suhotro Abhut Sudhanushachabano Adha Tadakriti Yo Ajamidha Sudo Yanya Risha Samvaranastataha Tapatyam Suryakanyayam Kurukshetrapadi Kuruhu Parikshi Sudhanur Jannur Nishadhacha Kuro Sudam Parikshi Sudhanur Jannur Nishadhacha Kuro Sudha Suhotro Abhut Sudhanushachya Vano Adha Tadakriti. Translation. His Divine Grace Abhajarana Aravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Translation. Another son of Ajamidha was known as Riksha. From Riksha came a son named Samvarana, and from Samvarana, through the womb of his wife, Tapati, the daughter of the sun god, came Kuru, the king of Kurukshetra. Kuru had 4 sons, Parikshi, Sudhanu, Jannu, and Nishada. From Sadhanu, Suhotra was born, and from Suhotra, Chavana. From Chavana, Kriti was born. Translation is okay. Another son of Ajamidha was known as Riksha. From Riksha came a son named Samvarana, and from Samvarana, through the womb of his wife Tapati, the daughter of the sun god, came Kuru, the king of Kurukshetra. Kuru had 4 sons, Parikshi, Sudhanu, Jannu, and Nishada. From Sudhanu, Suhotra was born, and from Suhotra, Chavana. From Chavana, Kriti was born. Hare Krishna. Okay, Vijay.
Yes, we can go next to us.
I will read, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu, you can.
Okay. Vasustastyo paricharo Vasupasyo paricharo Brahadrada Mukhastatah Kusumbamatya Pratyagra Chedipadyascha Chedihim Chedipadyahe Chedipa Vasustasya paricharo Brahadrada Mukhastatah Kusumamatya Proyugda Chedipadyascha Chedipa. Translation, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. The son of Kriti was Uparichara Vasu, and among his sons, headed by Brahadrada, were Kusumba, Matsya, Pradyagra, and Chedipa. All the sons of Uparichara Vasu became rulers of the Chedi state. Okay. Can read one more. Brahadradat Kusagro Rishabhas Tasya Tatsutaham Jajne Satyahito Pripatyam Pushpavadistat Suto Juhu Brahadrato Kusagro Rishabhas Tasya Tatsutaham Jajne Satyahito Patyam Pushpavams tat suto juhuhu. Translation, from Brahadrada Kushagra was born. From Kushagra, Ushana. Kushagra, Rishabha. And from Rishabha, Satyahita. And son of Satyahita was Pushpavan. And the son of Pushpavan was Jahu. Hare Krishna. Anybody want to read slogan? 8. Hare Krishna.
If nobody is there, I'll read, bro.
Yes.
You want Mataji? You want? Yes, Mata. Gita Mata, please proceed.
Verse number 8. अन्यस्याम् अविभार्यायां सकले ये बृहद्रता ये मात्रा बहिर्विसृष्टे जरया चाभिसंविदे जीवजीवेति क्रीडन्त्या जरासम्भवो अभवत्सुता अन्यस्याम् अविभार्यायां सकले ये बृहद्रता ये मात्रा बहिर्विसृष्टे जरया चाभिसंविदे जीवजीवेति क्रीडन्त्या जरासम्भवो अभवत्सुता. So, translation. Through the womb of another wife, Bhadrada begot 2 halves of a son. When the mother saw those 2 halves, she rejected them. But later, a she-demon named Jara playfully joined them and said, "Come to life, come to life." Thus, the son named Jarasandha was born. Translation once more. Through the womb of another wife, Bhadrada begot 2 halves of a son. When the mother saw those 2 halves, she rejected them. But later a she-demon named Jara playfully joined them and said, "Come to life, come to life." Thus the son named Jarasandha was born. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Next, shall I read, Prabhu?
Yes, Mataji. I don't know, Srimad Prabhu is not there. Yes, Mataji, please.
Yes, Prabhuji. Srimad Bhagavatam 9.22.9. Tadascha saha devo bhu soma piryachrudasravaha parikshir anavatyo bhut surado nama jagnava. Translation. From Jarasandha came a son named Sahadeva. From Sahadeva, Somapi, and from Somapi, Strudasrava. The son of Kuru called Parikshi had no sons, but the son of Kuru called Janu had a son named Surata. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Anybody ready?
I will read, Mataji.
Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Verse number 10. Tato viduratas tasmat sarvabhumas tato bhavat jayasenas tattanayo radhikotu itavit abhut. Translation. From Surata came a son named Vidurata, from whom Sarvabhuma was born. From Sarvabhuma came Jayasena, and from Jayasena Radhika, and from Radhika Ayutayu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
Srimad Bhagavatam 9.22.11. Tatascha-krodhanas-tasmat devaditir-amushya-cha rakshastasya dilipo budh pratipastasya chamajaha. Translation by His Divine Grace, C.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. From Ayutayu came a son named Akrodhana, and his son was Devatiti. The son of Devatiti was Risha. The son of Risha was Dilipa, and the son of Dilipa was Pratipa. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Krishna Prabhu. Anybody is reading, Prabhu? 12 and 13.
No, go ahead. 2 verses together, 12 and 13.
12 and 13. Hare Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srimad Bhagavatam 9 Canto 22 chapter. Verse number 12 and 13. Hare Krishna. Devavi adishandanustasya blahika idi chamdajaha vidrurajam parityajya devavistuvanam gadaha abhavan chatannu chaja pragmahabhisha samjidaha yam yam karabhyam sprushadi jinam yauvanamedi saha देवाभिशादनस्तस्य ब्लाहीका इति चात्मजः पितृराज्यं परित्यज्य देवाभिस्तु वनं गदः अभवच्चान्दन्नुराजा प्राग्महाभीष्मसंजितः यं यं कराभ्यां स्पृशति Jirnam Yauvanamedi Saham. Translation by Srivan V.C.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation. The sons of Pratipa were Devapi, Chandanu and Vahlika. Devapi left the kingdom of his father and went to the forest, and therefore Chandanu became the king. Chandanu, who in his previous birth was known as Mahabsha, had the ability to transform anyone from old age to youth simply by touching that person with his hands. Hare Krishna Prabhu. Thank you.
Prabhuji will read 14 and 15 also.
Yeah, there is purport. Yes. Yes.
No,
Hare Krishna
14,
Prabhuji.
14, 15, no purport.
No, 14 is purport is there.
Yeah, small purport. Okay.
Small purport.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah. Shantim apnoti chaivargyam karmana tena shantanu samadvadasa tat rajye na vavarsha yada vibhu shantanur brahmaneir yukta parivetayam agrabhuk. Prabhuji ഒന്ന് scroll ചെയ്യോ? Okay. Rajyam dehi agrajyasu purarashtra vivirdaye. Translation. Because the king was able to make everyone happy for sense gratification, primarily by the touch of his hand, his name was Shantanu. Once, when there was no rainfall in the kingdom for 12 years and the king consulted his learned Brahmanical advisors, they said, "You are faulty for enjoying the property of your elder brother. For the elevation of your kingdom and home, you should return the kingdom to him." Purport. One cannot enjoy sovereignty or perform an Agnihotra Yajna in the presence of one's elder brother, or else one become a usurper known as Pariveda. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So here we can see all the characters, Mahabharata characters. We all know, familiar with the names. We can see now previous verses we have Jarasandh. Why the name Jarasandh came also is written, because he was actually born as two halves, right? And then his mother rejected him. Then one she demon, actually Jara playfully joiled them and said, "Come to life." Thus a son named Jarasandh. So all the famous Mahabharata characters are their lineage, all their names are given, like here Santanu Maharaj. And why his name is Santanu Maharaj? Because he was able to make everyone happy for sense gratification, primarily by touch of his hand. So like I had this mystic power. So here it is said that there was no rainfall in his kingdom for 12 years, long time. And king consulted his learned Brahmanical advisors, because without rain, then the whole country will go to, like a drought. There will be no vegetation, there will be no grains. So rain is considered to be very important. And the importance of rain is also explained in Bhagavad Gita. Annat bhavati bhutani parjanyanya sambhavat. So how by yajna you get the rainfall, from rainfall you get the grains, like that. So he consulted the learned Brahmanas and they said, it is your fault. Why? The fault is that you are enjoying property of your elder brother.
Awesome.
As per the Vedic culture, the elder brother is supposed to, have that, and the other share go to the younger ones. So for the elevation of your kingdom and home, what you should do, the Brahmanas advised that you should actually return the kingdom to him. So we can see that previous verses actually from Pratipa, their lineage is given: Devapi, Santanu, and Bahalika. Okay, and then Devapi actually left his father's kingdom and went to the forest. Here we can see Santanu is taking his kingdom, and so Santanu again requested actually Devapi to rule the kingdom. So that means that based on the Brahmanical advice, he is again trying to return the kingdom to his brother, so that the prosperity will come back to his kingdom. So that we will discuss in the coming verses. So basically, you can see all our family lineages, especially a lot of characters related to Mahabharatas. They are actually given in these verses. So we can go ahead to see further. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, can I read?
Yes, Mataji, please.
Srimad Bhagavatam 9.22.16-17. एवमुक्तो द्विजैर्ज्येष्ठं चन्दयाम् आससो ब्रवीत् तन्मन्त्री प्रहितैर्विप्रैर्वेदाद् विभ्रंशितो गिरा वेदवादातिवादान् वायु तदा देवो ववर्षः देवापिर्योगम् आस्थाय कलापग्रामम् आश्रितः. Translation. When the Brahmana said this, Maharaja Shantanu went to the forest and requested his elder brother Devapi to take charge of the kingdom, for it is the duty of a king to maintain his subjects. Previously, however, Shantanu's minister Ashwavara had instigated some Brahmanas to induce Devapi to transgress the injunctions of the Vedas and thus make himself unfit for the post of ruler. The Brahmanas deviated Devapi from the path of the Vedic principles, and therefore, when asked by Shantanu, he did not agree to accept the post of ruler. On the contrary, he blasphemed the Vedic principles and therefore became fallen. Under the circumstances, Shantanu again became the king, and Indra, being pleased, showered rains. Devapi later took to the path of mystic yoga to control his mind and senses and went to the village named Kalapagrama, where he is still living. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you.
Yes, thank you. So we can see here, it is explained that he did not accept to come back to his kingdom. And it is that he has blasphemed the very scriptures, therefore he is fallen. And then later, since it is not the mistake of Santanu Maharaj, so it has become that the Indra become happy and he has given the reign now to the kingdom. So we'll go. So this was written. Devapi later took the path of mystic yoga to control his mind and senses and went to the village named Kalapagrama, where he's supposed to, as per scripture, where he's supposed to still living. Like there are some Chiranjeevis, right, who are still living. So like that, this is also one character. Hare Krishna. So we'll go to the next verse.
Krishna, anybody reading?
18 and 2 verses together, 18, 19.
Hare Krishna, 9.22.18 19. Soma vamse kalau naste कृदौ स्थापयिष्यति बेह्लीकत्सोमदत्तो भूरिर्भूरिस्रवस्तथा शलश्च शान्तनो रासीद् गङ्गायां भीष्म आत्मवान् सर्वधर्मविदान् विधां श्रेष्ठो महाभागवता कवि. Translation. After the dynasty of the moon god comes to an end in the age of Kali, Devapi in the beginning of the next Satyuga will re-establish the Soma dynasty in this world. From Bahlika, the brother of Shantanu, came a son named Somadatta, who had 3 sons named Bhuri, Bhurisrava, and Shala. From Shantanu, through the womb of his wife named Ganga, came Bhishma, the exalted self-realized devotee and learned scholar. Hare Krishna.
So we can see here all the, when Bhagavad Gita in the beginning, first chapter, all these names are there. Bhuri, Bhurishrava, Sala, and we also know Santanu Maharaj, Bhishma Pitamaha. So Santanu Maharaj with his wife named Ganga, means Mother Ganga, Ganges, no? So from there came Bhishma Pitamaha, the exalted self-realized devotee and a learned scholar. So all these characters we know already when we are reading Bhagavatam chapter 1, most of the names are coming. So in the beginning it is written that this moon god comes to an end in this age of Kali. And again it will be re-established, Devapi, in the beginning of the next Satyuga. So after Kali Yuga is actually Satyuga. So we have Satya, Treta, Dwapara, Kali. Like the seasons are changing, like summer, autumn, winter, and then spring. Then again comes summer. So like that, these 4 cycles are there. Like that, these yugas also are cyclic. So cyclic means after Kali Yuga, Satya Yuga will come, again Treta Yuga will come, Dwapara Yuga, Kali Yuga. And same pastimes will be repeated again and again. Mahabharata happens, Ramayana happens. So it repeats again and again. So after this Kali Yuga will be the golden period called Satya Yuga. Hare Krishna. So you can go to the next verse.
Verse number 20. Okay, I will read. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhu.
Verse
I'll
number
read, Prabhu.
20. वीरयुधाग्रनिर्येण रामो अभियुधितोषितः शान्तनोर्दासकन्यायां यज्ञे चित्राङ्गदसुतः वीरयुधाग्रनिर्येण रामो अभियुधितोषितः शान्तनोर्दासकन्यायां यज्ञे चित्राङ्गदसुतः. Translation purport by His Divine Grace Abhay Charanaravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Translation. Bhishma Deva was the foremost of all warriors. When he defeated Lord Parashurama in a fight, Lord Parashurama was very satisfied with him. By the semen of Shantanu in the womb of Satyavati, the daughter of a fisherman, Chitrangada took birth. Translation once more. Bhishma Deva was the foremost of all warriors. When he defeated Lord Parashurama in a fight, Lord Parashurama was very satisfied with him. By the semen of Shantanu in the womb of Satyavati, the daughter of a fisherman, Chitrangada took birth. Purport. Satyavati was actually the daughter of Ubadichara Vasu by the womb of a fisherman known as Matsyagarbha. Later, Satyavati was raised by a fisherman. The fight between Parashurama and Bhishma Deva concerns three daughters of Kashiraja, that is Ambika, Ambalika, and Amba, who were forcibly abducted by Bhishma Deva, acting on behalf of his brother Vichitra Virya. Amba thought that Bhishma Deva would marry her and became attached to him. But Bhishma Deva refused to marry her, for he had taken the vow of Brahmacharya. Amba therefore approached Bhishma Deva's military spiritual master Parashurama, who instructed Bhishma to marry her. Bhishma Deva refused, and therefore Parashurama fought with him to force him to accept the marriage. But Parashurama was defeated, and he was pleased with Bhishma.
It's a very interesting pastime. You can see here. Lot of things are happening in Mahabharata. Now we know how Bhishma Deva is a powerful warrior. So he defeated Lord Parashurama in a fight. Prabhupada writes the scene behind that, why he defeated Lord Parashurama in the purport. So Lord Parashurama was very satisfied with him. By the semen of Santanu in the womb of Satyavati, the daughter of the fisherman, Chitrangada took birth. So you can see here that how Satyavati taken birth. It was raised by a fisherman, but he was originally the womb of Matsyagarbha. Matsya means fish, right? Matsyagarbha, the womb of, like that, fisher woman. So how the fight between Parashuram and Bhishma Deva, the background is given. Why the fight happened and how Parashuram blessed Bhishma Deva Pitamaha. So this is related to Kasi Raja. Name Kasi Raja also comes in Bhagavad Gita first chapter when they were assembling in this battlefield. So Kasi Raja had three daughters. We all know Ambika, Ambalika, and Amba. So Bhishma Deva, we know that we discussed about the 8 types of Vedic marriage, right? One is forcefully abducting the bride. That was one custom. So Bhishma Deva, he forcibly abducted all the three daughters of Kasi Raja. One, for what he has abducted, on behalf of his brother Vichitra Virya. So when they kidnapped Amba, she thought that Bhishma Deva would marry her, and she became very attached to Bhishma Deva. But we know Bhishma Deva is actually a Naishtika Brahmachari. He taken a vow that he will never marry, because that pastime also there, because his stepmother was thinking that if Bhishma Deva will become king, then what about my kingdom? My son, how he will attain kingdom? So Bhishma Deva understood that, then he took a vow of Brahmacharya that he will not marry, so that there will be no threat to his stepmother's son. So Bhishma Deva, because of the vow of Brahmacharya, he refused to marry her. Then Amba, what she did, she approached Bhishma Deva's military spiritual master, who is that Lord Parashurama. Then Lord Parashurama instructed Bhishma, based on the request of Amba, that to marry Amba. But Bhishma Deva again refused the second time also. Because of that, Bhishma Deva and Parashurama fought with Bhishma Pitamaha. But Bhishma Deva was so powerful that he defeated his own spiritual, his own master also, who trained him. Military spiritual master, yes. But Parashurama was defeated. So, but he was pleased because he understood that his disciple was very powerful, and he was very pleased with Bhishma Pitamaha. So that is a background given here. This all from verse number 19 to 26 is discussing about descendants of Santanu Maharaj. So all this up to 26, we'll have go up to Dhritarashtra, Gandhari, then Duryodhana, Dushala, Vichitravirya. We all know this from the Mahabharata. So it is very familiar to us, all these characters and these stories. So we can go to the next verse. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay. 21, 22, 23, 24. Oh, 4 verses. Want to read?
Can I read, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Vichitravirya Chavaraj Namna Chitrangato Bhataham Yasyam Parasharat Sakshat Avatrano Hare Kalaha Vedagupto Muni Krishno Yatoham Itam Adhyagam Khitva Swa Shishyan Piladin Bhagavan Bhadarayana Mahyam Putraya Shandaya Param Guhyam Idam Jago Vichitraviryo Ito Kasri Kashiraja Sute Balat. One more, Prabhu.
Yeah. One more verse, Prabhuji.
Swayamvara Upadite Ambika Ambalika Ube Tayor Asakha Hridayo Grhito Yakshmana Mardaham. Translation Chitrangada, of whom Vichitravirya was the younger brother, was killed a Gandharva who was also named Chitrangada. Satyavati, before her marriage to Shantanu, gave birth to the master authority of Vedas, Vyasadeva, known as Krishna Dvaipayana, who was begotten by Parashara Muni. From Vyasadeva, that is Sukadeva Goswami, was born, and from him I studied this great work of literature, Srimad Bhagavatam, the incarnation of Godhead. Vedavyasa, rejecting his disciples, headed by Paila, instructed Srimad Bhagavatam to me because I was free from all material desires. After Ambika and Ambalika, the two daughters of Kashi Raja, were taken away by force. Vichitravirya married them, but because he was too attached to these two wives, he had a heart attack and died of tuberculosis. Chitrangada, of whom Vichitravirya was the younger brother, was killed by Gandharva, killed by a Gandharva who was also named Chitrangada. Satyavati, before her marriage to Santanu, gave birth to a master authority of Vedas, Vyasadeva, known as Krishna Dvaipayana, who was begotten by Parashara Muni. From Vyasadeva, Sukadeva Goswami, was born, and from him I studied this great work of literature, Srimad Bhagavatam. This incarnation of Godhead, Vyasadeva, rejecting his disciples headed by Paila, instructed Srimad Bhagavatam to me because I was free from all material desires. After Ambika and Ambalika, the two daughters of Kashiraja, were taken away by force, Vichitravirya married them, but because he was too attached to these two wives, he had a heart attack and died of tuberculosis. Hare Krishna.
So here also very interesting. You can see how Sukadeva Goswami himself telling his identity. That from Vyasadeva, Sukadeva Goswami, was born. From him, I studied this great work of literature, Srimad Bhagavatam. So Sukadeva Goswami basically studied Bhagavatam from his father, Vyasadeva. And Vyasadev's lineage also given. Vyasadeva, how he was Satyavati before her marriage to Santanu Maharaj. He gave birth to the master of authority Vyasa. That is with Parasara Muni. So that is a Parasara Muni, and Satyavati is actually given birth to Vyasadeva. And Vyasadev's son is Sukadeva Goswami. So Sukadeva Goswami is studied before narrating this to Parishit Maharaj, saying that he learned this from his father. Okay, and the incarnation of God at Vedavyasa, Vyasa also is an incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Rejecting his disciples headed by Paila, instructed Srimad Bhagavatam to me. Why he has instructed Bhagavatam to Sukadeva Goswami? Because he was free from all material desire. Nirmat Saranam. The beginning itself, Bhagavatam is said that without envy, people who are not having any envy, they are only qualified to hear or read Srimad Bhagavatam, Nirmat Saranam. After Ambika and Ambalika, because Amba did not marry, three daughters were abducted, but Amba was behind Bhishmadev, but Bhishmadev did not marry, so she was left out. But Ambika and Ambalika, the other two daughters who were kidnapped, the two daughters of Kasiraja, were taken away by force. So Vichitravirya, his brother, Bhishmadev's brother, he married them. But he was too much attached to these two wives, and he had a heart attack. So heart attack is also mentioned. Those days also there was heart attack. Nowadays too many heart attacks, but those days also heart attack was there. And also died of tuberculosis. The disease is also specifically given in this verse. Tuberculosis was there. Because of that he left his body. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So we can go to verse number 25 today and we can wind up. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Baji.
Yes,
Okay. Srimad Bhagavatam 9.22.25. Shete aprajasya vai bradur matrokto badarayanah dhritarashram cha pandum cha viduram chapi ajijanat kshetre aprajasya vai bradur matrokto badarayanah Dhritarashram cha Pandum cha Viduram chapi Janat. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. Badarayana Sri Vyasadeva, following the order of his mother Satyavati, begot three sons, two by the womb of Ambika and Ambalika, the two wives of his brother Vichitravirya, and the third by Vichitravirya's maid servant. These sons were Dhritarashtra, Pandu, and Vidura. Purport. Vichitravirya died of tuberculosis, and his wives Ambika and Ambalika had no issue. Therefore, after Vichitravirya's death, his mother Satyavati, who was also the mother of Vyasadeva, asked Vyasadeva to beget children through the wives of Vichitravirya. In those days, the brother of the husband could beget children through the womb of his sister-in-law. This was known as Devarena Devarena Sutotpatti. If the husband was somehow unable to beget children, his brother could do so through the womb of his sister-in-law. This Devarena Sutotpatti and the sacrifices of Ashwamedha and Gomedha are forbidden in the age of Kali. Ashwamedham Gavalambam Sanyasam Balapait Devarena Stutopattim Kalau Pancha Vivarjayet. In this age of Kali, 5 acts are forbidden: the offering of a horse in sacrifice, the offering of a cow in sacrifice, the acceptance of the order of sannyasa, the offering of oblations of flesh to the forefathers, and a man's begetting children in his brother's wife. Brahma Vaivarta Purana. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So important instruction is given here. Here you can see how Dhritarashtra, Pandu and Vidura taken birth. So we all know this Mahabharata story. When Vyasadeva was approaching this Ambika and Ambalika, one actually closed the eyes. So it is said during the kind union, whatever the consciousness, the child will come like that. So because of that, Dhritarashtra became blind. And Pandu, she also like almost like she fainted because it is said that Vyasadeva had like kind of body smell was like kind of fishy smell was there. And of course, then the maid servant, she was okay, like her consciousness was normal, and then the wise Vidura was taken birth. So we all know this Mahabharata story, how these three personalities appeared: Dhritarashtra, Pandu, and Vidura. So, and previous also we discussed how Vichitra Veera died of tuberculosis, and how Mother Satyavati asked Vyasadeva because they want to get some lineage for their kingdom. So she asked Vyasadeva for help, support for this. And in those days, this was accepted, and Prabhupada immediately warns that this is not accepted in Kali Yuga. And as per Guru Shadhu Shastra, Prabhupada did not say from his own side. He's quoting the famous verse from Brahma Vaivarta Purana that these 5 things are forbidden in this age of Kali. What is the 5 things? Offering of a horse in sacrifice, that is Ashwamedha Yajna. And offering of a cow in sacrifice, Gomedha Yajna, Ashwamedham Gavalambam. Then acceptance of the order of sannyas. Accepting the order of sannyas also is prohibited. The offering of oblations of flesh to the forefathers. Offering flesh to the forefathers also prohibited. Pitru Darpan we do know. Flesh is not allowed. And a man's begetting children in his brother's wife. That also, these 5 things are prohibited. So then after reading this, somebody may ask, then why in Krishna ISKCON they are giving sannyas? Many things in the scriptures are not allowed actually, like crossing. A sannyasi cannot cross the ocean also. But Prabhupada did for Krishna's purpose. Actually, Prabhupada says that we are taking risk for preaching Krishna consciousness, even though it is not allowed. So sannyas is also required, for boldly preaching, traveling. So why it is said it is not allowed? Because this Kali Yuga is very much disturbed age. People, if they taken sannyas, they cannot follow it properly because of so much disturbance. There was one sannyasi, a proper disciple. He went to Thailand for preaching. After going to Thailand, he became grahastha. He married some Thai. Many people like this. It's easy to fall down in this age because of too many distractions. That's the reason in Kali Yuga it is not allowed to accept sannyas. So many cases are like that. So these are 5 things. One is, but Prabhupada also took risk because he wanted to spread this Krishna consciousness. He given some people sannyas, some of his disciples sannyas in order to spread the Krishna consciousness. We know that for Krishna service, anything can be done. So Prabhupada also crossed the ocean, even though it is supposed to, sannyasi is not supposed to cross, because it is for Krishna's sake, we can do anything. And even Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita that this knowledge should not be given to people who are not actually faithful, but we are preaching. Because Prabhupada said, Krishna's devotees, like the Vaishnavas, are more merciful than Krishna. Because Krishna said, if you see in the 18th chapter, Krishna is telling at the end of the 18th chapter that this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita should not be given to people who are not having faith. But Krishna consciousness is given to everybody. Because Prabhupada is saying that the Vaishnavas are more merciful than the Lord himself. The Lord says, don't give. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Yara deka tara kaha Krishna upadesh. Whoever you see, talk about Krishna. So like that, sometimes it is crossed for the purpose of spreading Krishna consciousness, that is done. But normally, normal protocol, sannyasa is prohibited in the Kali Yuga. The five things, all the five things are prohibited in Kali Yuga. I think last one more verse, because with this verse we are completing the descendants of Santanu. Up to verse number 26 is talking about Dhritarashtra. So from 27 to 45 you can start tomorrow, which is talking about Pandavas and their descendants. So one more verse we can read and we can wind up today. Hare Krishna.
Verse number 26. Hare Krishna. Gandharyam Dhritarashtrasya Jajñe Putra Shadam Nrpa Tatra Duryodhano Sreshto Dushala Chapi Kanyakam Gandharyam Dhritarashtrasya Jajñe Putra Shadam Nrpa Tatra Duryodhano Jeshto Dushala Chapi Kanyakam. Translation: His Divine Grace Abhajarnaravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Sri Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation: Dhritarashtra's wife Gandhari gave birth to 100 sons and one daughter. O king. The oldest of the sons was Duryodhana, and the daughter's name was Dukshala. Dhritarashtra's wife Gandhari gave birth to 100 sons and one daughter. Okay. The oldest of the sons was Duryodhana, and the daughter's name was Dushala. Okay. Right, Rich? Dushala.
Yeah, Dushala. So now we are completing the descendants of Santanu Maharaj. Now continuing from verse number 27 to 45, is Pandavas and their descendants are given. Like all.
So this session is over. Okay.
Yeah, up to this descendants of Santanu Maharaj is completed. Next section is Pandavas and their descendants. So the previous verse you also saw that Prabhupada writes that Devarena Sutopati. Means if a husband is not able to beget children through his wife, then the man's brother could do that. Its name is called as in Vedic, the understanding is called Devarena Sutotpatti. Yeah. Hare Krishna. So we can continue next tomorrow, the first number 27 onwards.
Okay.
Hare Krishna. So it goes, all will be lineage further.
Yeah, all names only.
This whole chapter is full of So if you have Subodhini, you will have all the charts. If you have the Subodhini book, you will have all the very nice charts, easy to understand. Yeah.
Which one, Raji? Lineage or?
All, like this one, whole Bhagavatam, we can understand more easily if you have this Subodhini. It's like notes, So Gauranga Darshan Prabhu published up to now 10th canto. 10th canto, middle of 10th canto. So up to 10th canto, it is available.
Yeah. But that also, Guruji, 4, 5, 6 volumes like that, no?
Yeah, each canto one book actually. Yeah, so there are like almost like now 14, 15 books are there now for this. So Prabhuji, I asked Prabhuji when you are releasing, he's telling still is busy. He will release after some time. Up to 10A, 10B has released. 10th canto half part he has released. Till 10th is 10th canto balance is there. Then 11th is there, 12th is there.
To release, I see.
Yes. And Chaitanya Charitamrita also Subodhini is there. Chaitanya Subodhini Adi Lila, Madhya Lila, Anti Lila. Now Prabhuji also taking Brihat Bhagavatam Martha, same Subodhini also is there. Every Friday is taking class evening. So that is also there. Yes. Subodhini is there for everything, nectar of instruction, nectar of devotion. For all he has written, like it's like a guidebook. In the school we have guidebooks, right?
Yes.
To understand the school textbook, guide like with the small graph, flow chart, the link. Same way, Subodhini for Bhagavatam. Bhagavad Gita also Subodhini is there. Bhagavatam also there. Chaitanya Charitamrita also there. It's all available on Amazon. You can check, or Tulsi books online. So you can order, or if you go to any ISKCON books, ISKCON gift shop, no? ISKCON temple.
Sundays, big.
Yeah, there also you will get these books.
Correct.
Okay. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay, time up already. Thank you all devotees for joining. Okay, please do join tomorrow also. Sudarshan Prabhuji not join today, right?
Yeah, Prabhu busy,
Please.
no? Because